Listen.
Everything good?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, editing Ian, cut back to here.
Or he didn't need to really cut at all.
Well, I already hit the clapboard, so now this just sounds stupid.
Well, you sound stupid.
No, you sound stupid.
No, you sound stupid here.
Look, audience, this is a dumbing. Oh shit. That was one of the worst openings we've had. But that's what you expect from this channel, so I think that's just the usual.
Yeah. Or just the whole entire circus.
Circus.
Yes.
I think that was the last episode I saw from The Simpsons. It was Homer going to clown college. And so that was just on my mind.
Is clown college an actual thing still nowadays?
I think clowning has just gone out of business. Because do you remember the whole killer clown craze from a couple years back?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of like killer clowns from outer space.
No, okay, not that specifically, but I just mean that trend a couple years back of just, oh, there's men dressed as clowns in the forest holding knives, and then instantly clown stonks just went down, and a bunch of, I guess, like birthday performers were just out of jobs. And just like, these fucks ruined it all for us. Now how are we supposed to make a living?
I do remember that, actually. Yeah, that actually put a scare in the entire country for a little while.
Skills with a Z? Ashley, are you trying to misspell everything now? Or only 2 minutes in and you're trying to piss me off already? I don't know. The killer clowns thing, Tide Pods, NyQuil chicken. I think.
Oh God, the NyQuil chicken.
Part of me kind of wants to say like, it wasn't actually that big of a deal, but then the media just kept running stories about it, and then they turned it into a big deal. That's the thing I kind of realized. It was okay. You had one tiny little nugget, but then you turned it into the entire cafe. Yeah, I think just over sensationalization has just kind of gone too far across the nation.
Though, to be fair, the internet really doesn't help in that whole case.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
in on one point, I don't like how the internet has just become a clickbait mine zone or a minefield where you just mindlessly gotta churn out the clickbait articles. But also, I mean, this is kind of an exploit of just human psychology, so...
Yeah. And it's basically changed our minds, and it's more specifically like with TikTok, where it's like a lot more people are just having shorter memories because content is now becoming shorter and just much larger quantities of it.
I don't know, I feel like it's...
I mean, I can definitely say my attention span might have gone a tiny bit worse.
I think it's gone both directions in the sense of like, on one end you have TikTok where you just a bunch of 1 minute clips you just mindlessly churn out, but then on the complete other end you have like 2-hour Garfield essays that take like half a year to make.
Don't forget there is YouTube Shorts.
Are shorts even worth doing from like a business end? I kind of wonder. I just want to know. Is it enough for me to go make shorts of our channel? That's what I'm really asking. Do I have to do more work?
I mean, you could definitely.
I could, but then what if I don't?
Oh
Did that
no!
idiot just threw a stick of dynamite back at himself?
No, he got ouch! He got slightly nudged by the wrecking ball.
Oh, okay. I thought he threw it at the wrecking ball and it just bounced back and hit himself.
I think there's also an achievement.
How did you survive that?
He's a wolf. He's.
It's
Oh!
bullshit. Wait, is that wrecking ball friendly fire?
Yes.
Oh. I had no idea. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
Reload. Ooh.
Ashley, why are you screaming? Are you under attack
Oh,
right
yes,
now?
she is, actually. Thank you.
Oh, the crane has an HP bar? I just noticed that.
Ouch!
Oh, you just Forrest Gumped him. You loaded his ass full of lead.
Ouch!
That didn't do as much damage as I thought it would. That was only a chunk of your health. Like a third of it.
That was a waste of a hand grenade.
Oops.
Ouch!
Oh, that was
good.
a nice parry, I think, or a block, I don't know.
I do not have a gun.
Donut have a go.
Oh!
Okay. Well, you handle that situation. Damn. You didn't even get a
She
chance.
didn't even give it.
I am directly next to the enemy scrotum.
I don't even...
You know what?
I think there's an achievement. If you do make it through Ashley's... Nope, that's... Without you... Oh. Defeat 5 enemies with the iron ball. Wait, nope, never mind, wrong
No,
one.
that's in the clock
Defeat
tower.
5 enemies using the crane's wrecking ball. That's
5 of them. How do you do that? Do you just have to lure them over, or...
Yep.
Aye.
Damn it, Leon, you could...
Imagine if all these enemies are running at you like, hey, this motherfucker don't got a forklift license. And they're all trying to stop you. For one to be a legitimate reason.
It's like, no, she's not certified. That will be a lawsuit. Oh. Oh.
Dead shot. Oh,
Ouch.
Ivy cudgel.
Fish. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, dude. Oh, you fucker.
Oh, you're not dead.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You're about to get xenomorphed. I think that was friendly fire.
Ah.
Right now, a grenade or two could look good. Oh, okay, you just... There is just so much going on here.
Oh, no.
This kind of reminds me... Just seeing a little spider dude just remind me of the...
No. Fuck.
What was it? Oh, yeah, Hero Factory when they were fighting
Oh, yeah,
in the
those
tower.
things. Wasn't that like season 4?
Yeah,
Ouch.
the 4.0 line, yeah. I did it like a rocking ball.
Ouch, you bastard.
You were already dead. You guys lost. You didn't have to bite me like that, spider. So did you get 5 enemies with a wrecking ball, or...
I don't think I did, because it would have came... I think it's an actual achievement?
Oh, okay. I think you only got 2 out of the 5.
Damn.
Well, time to do it again.
No, 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 no. I've been actually thinking if I want to, like, 100% complete this game. Because I did 100% complete the original through achievements, not through the actual definition for
Oh, just the achievements, you mean?
yeah, because if I really want to 100% RE4 original, I would have had to done all the mercenaries mode perfectly with the highest scores you could get. But I got all the achievements through Steam for RE4, and I actually 100% Resident Evil 2.
How short is this game, do you think? Because I remember Cosmonaut Market saying, uh, the great thing about Resident Evil games is that they're fairly short because they're meant to be replayed over and over.
Um,
That's kind of just what I felt for.
well, the thing is, like, the first playthrough can definitely take a while.
Yeah, except for
take
the
a
first
while.
one, because you're supposed to figure out the puzzles for the first time.
I don't know on how quickly you can go through this. Though checking through the challenges. Complete the main story within 8 hours, and that is the Sprinter. So yeah, this is actually a decently chunky game. Definitely not as short as, say, RE2 or RE3.
Okay, well, whilst we're exploring, I guess we could talk about other things in the meantime.
Oh god. Oh, well, now we gotta go find another corpse. So what's the first thing that you want to talk about?
I suppose I'll put this on the rush list since it came out yesterday that the 30th and Wii U Online are finally shutting down in April.
Only after 6 months of shutting down the eShops.
Which, it is harsh and sad, but I feel like
I'm really not
once
a
the
big fan of
eShop
it.
was going down, eventually the online was going to go down too, at this point. Which, you know, I don't want them to go down, but
Here's the thing, like,
if one was going down, then the other was going to follow up pretty soon anyway.
here's the thing, like, the eShops, yeah, like, okay, yeah, that was gonna, like, that was kind of being expected, but the online, the news of the online shutting down is kind of hurting more than the closure of the eShops. Or at least I am kind of finding. Mainly
Yeah.
because
I noticed
with
people
the
being way more upset with this one. The eShop closing, people are sad, but over here, people are mad.
yeah, well, and also not to mention, they did tweet this out at midnight, I believe.
Was it midnight?
Somewhere around that time,
I
or at
thought-
least a number of people were just kind of saying.
I thought it came like middle of the day for us.
Might have been, maybe, but a lot of people were definitely saying, like, midnight or something. But I think...
Stay.
I think the reason why it's hurting more with the online closing is, like, alright, eShops were losing access to... Like, we're losing access to a lot of games that we might no longer have access to, or we still have access through physical media. Through the online part, we're just straight up losing content completely.
Yeah.
The biggest things I'm thinking of is, well, for Pokemon, it looks like they're going to be keeping that around for as long as they can.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering how they do that. Do these have like separate systems going on? Or
Probably.
Is
I
one
mean,
just,
they
like-
make enough money
does
so
one
that
just
they would.
back into the other, or? Hey.
They do make enough money, most likely, to where they can
I'm guessing
do it
the
themselves.
Pokemon Bank is keeping the Pokemon Bank alive just a little bit longer.
Though, a number of people did comment. A number of people did comment on that tweet that I think it was the Japanese Twitter account for Pokemon Bank was like, We are keeping it up, but just in case, do transfer your Pokemon over.
It wasn't just the Japanese, because I saw the news from one of the English accounts.
Oh no.
Oh.
That's a lot.
Can you even shoot it through the glass? I guess you could.
Ow, you...
What the? Are you playing with hacks? How are you getting us from...
he's a porcupine, that's what...
Oh. It's not gonna leap over... Is... Oh, it is.
It is. Well, I can do this. But yeah, with the online...
God, open the door.
Oh, I can parry.
Well, okay, that's kind of expected now.
But
You
yeah.
can just parry everything in this game.
Ouch. But
Oops,
yeah, no,
headshot, headshot.
But
Now
yeah,
go for the kidneys.
Oh.
Or never mind.
Oh. Okay. Alright then. Moving on. Anyway, but yeah, the online shutting down is kind of hurting more because we are straight up losing content that we can no longer access at all, except through fan projects and all that.
Yeah, it's time for fan mods and whatnot to kind of just recreate everything as much as they can.
Like the biggest examples I can think of, at least for me, for games that I've played, are FE Awakening, FE Fates, and one that really hurts me is Xenoblade Chronicles X.
Yeah.
Like, Awakening. You know on how you can get Walhart, Aversa, Emerin, Gangrel, and Priam,
Yeah.
right? Once the online goes away, you will not be able to get them anymore.
I did see this one tweet saying, at the very least, 4 of those 5 are still a part of the story, but no, Priam's not even in the main story, so you just lose him completely. Which, that's a shame.
Yeah. And I really hate it because I like Priam. Sure, there's like...
Wait, does he show up in any other games, or...?
No.
Oh.
No, he was specifically for Spot Pass, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm the ancestor of, or the descendant of Ike. Which just really, really sucks, because I just like Priam. Sure, there's only like 1 or maybe 2 support conversations with him between characters, but he's just cool.
I mean, they could bring him back in future games or in Heroes.
But I'm kind of doubting that.
Or maybe, I don't know, maybe he'll just be a joke in the Fire Emblem community of, maybe we'll bring him back next time. We say that for 20 years.
I'm trying to think what else.
Or what would be...
There's probably some items that you can't get.
Or what would be even funnier is that we go like 10 more years of Fire Emblem games, and we get a new character who's, Priam was my ancestor 1,000 years ago, and they just keep doing that every 10 years. They just keep introducing a new character who says, oh, that was my ancestor 1,000 years ago.
I'm trying to okay. There's probably a couple other things that we will no longer have access to in Awakening. Though Fates is going to be hit even harder.
Oh, yeah, because...
No more My Castle and that sort of stuff.
That just gets filleted and...
Yeah, like you can't use renown points and all that. Like there will be some items you can no longer get in that game. There's probably a couple other things. Online, like, I think, player battles, which I never actually got to do those, I think. Or maybe, at the very least, 1.
I never wanted to do those, because it turns out it was very easy to, achieve things not intended in that.
What do you mean?
Oh, you could just, you could basically just get it was pretty easy to just exploit and put whatever skills onto whatever characters or something.
Huh.
And so,
I mean, it
was just loaded with so many hacked characters.
I mean, the farthest I went with using those hacked characters was basically just giving everybody aptitude.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just wanted to have, like, I thought it was fun just to try and max out all their stats. Like, I tried maxing out Gunter's stats, which is annoying as hell to do because he has shitty growth rates. But it's cool that he just stomps through everything. And then the biggest one, and as I said, the one that's hurting me the most, personally, is Xenoblade Chronicles X, because that game, like, a part of that whole game is the whole online aspect.
Okay, I wouldn't know because I only cared about the story and the lore. I don't know about the gameplay or any of the...
I did look it up. A lot of it you can do offline. It's just going to be extremely grindy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one of these special skills that you can get in the game, I believe you can still get it, but the online aspect of doing raid bosses and getting, like, reward tickets to get the materials that you need to make it, that made it a whole lot easier, but now it's going to be a lot more grindy, sadly.
Okay. But I will give you a tiny sense of hopium, because right now in the Xenoblade community we have, I'm guessing you don't know the lore that much, we have a debate right now called just the radio.
The radio?
Yeah, because in the Future Redeemed DLC there's a cute little Easter egg of a radio with a bunch of radio stations on it, but each station number is a year that a Xeno game was released, and it's had almost every Xeno game up to that point, including X. Yeah, it's even on there. It came out 2014, 15?
Yeah, somewhere around that
Yeah,
time.
on the radio, one of the stations is just 14. So we're people are thinking like, oh shit, so maybe Xenoblade X is part of this timeline, or it's
same,
not its completely own thing, but
or it's like
we don't know.
Same universe?
Yeah, maybe.
Not the same planet.
Maybe yes or no.
Really?
It's kind of just up to contention, because right now we don't know if it's supposed to be canon or if it's a hint to future games, or if it was just a cute little Easter egg of the developers being like, yeah, we made that game. But I don't know just how canon all this is supposed to...
Ugh.
Ooh,
He had a head of hair in the original game. They just got rid of it.
Oh, Voldemort, you've had better days. No, that's the shitty Mario movie Bowser.
Oh. Oh my god. Ugh.
But yeah,
You're actually kind of true. That's kind of true. So what? Well, there was a I think it was free DLC for Xenoblade 2, where you could have Alma join your party.
Actually, I
don't know. Is that considered canon?
I don't know that. I don't think so. I think that was just a cute little Easter egg. But there are other things like Cosmos, who is a blade in Xenoblade 2, who comes all the way from Xenosaga, and then at the end of Future Redeemed, we get a post-credit scene that does also hint to a connection to Xenosaga.
Oh yeah, that's right, because there were games before
Xenoblade. And maybe Xenoblade X. But yeah, just canonicity right now is just all in the air. It's going to have to be we'll have to see in 10 years hindsight.
Yeah. Because it's either we will be getting a Xenoblade Chronicles X definitive port for the Switch, or maybe for the next Nintendo, for the Switch 2 potentially, which I will take, or we will get a full-on sequel. Because we were left on a cliffhanger.
To which I also say, Xenoblade 3 is kind of, I guess it makes a callback to Xenoblade X, because a huge part of the story they kind of rehash, but in more like a referential, heh, you guys saw this before, let's do it again sort of thing.
Oof.
But yeah, just I have no idea what the heck they're planning, but I'm really excited to see what they're doing for the future of just Xeno.
Yeah. Though the thing is, for me, I kind of mostly care. Like, my favorite Xenoblade game is X, without a doubt. Though I feel like I feel like I should know specifically why. It's not just the giant robots that you can pilot and all that stuff. But I just love X so much, and that's the game I kind of care about the most. And I want to see more of it.
If you ask me, right now you should finish the rest of the Xenoblade trilogy, because not only are they great games,
Oh yeah, definitely.
they give you some amount of closure, because they do kind of tie back to X sometimes, but no, but yes. So
You
I think that'll give you a bit of a fill in the meantime.
I mean, I did get pretty far. Ooh, I did get very far into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I got very close to the end, but I just. Hi.
Hey,
I got. Ah.
buried alive, cooked alive.
I got very close to the end of Xenoblade 2, but I just never beat it. I got to Jin, and
Yeah.
he kicked my ass and basically kind of dissuade me from continuing.
Did you get any of the paid DLC for 2 or just the
No,
free stuff?
I did not.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I was wanting to get Torna, the Golden Country,
Okay, no.
a physical copy of it, but I just never did.
Okay, yeah, Torna is also great, but I was going to say the
It's its own separate game, right?
yeah.
Like actually full on its own game,
Uh,
or is it just like, or
it's
is
kind
it?
of like a bonus chapter with slightly different features.
Would you say it's an equivalent to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, where Torna basically, it's not support.
Well,
What's the word that I'm looking for?
the entire Torna DLC was, I mean, quite actually a repackaging of one of the chapters they cut due to pacing and just they decided to do the whole Torna thing initially as one of the chapters, but then they thought, okay, this chapter's long as balls and it kind of ruins the flow of the story, so we'll just save it for a DLC later.
Yeah,
So,
I can see that.
It's basically a bonus chapter with a lot of improvements to gameplay.
But yeah, so where would you say Xenoblade Chronicles lays in the whole universe? Is it in a separate planet?
Uh,
Or is it maybe somehow the same world? I kind of doubt it's the same world.
yesn't.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
I want to say yesn't because we don't completely know, but also it's kind of spoilerish. So I'd say just try to get
Spoilerish from which game?
all of them.
Oh fuck.
So I'd say just get around to playing the trilogy whenever you can, and then pick an interpretation to believe in.
An interpretation? That doesn't make it any better.
I mean, the games have a lot of religious symbolism, so you gotta roleplay, get into character, join a different interpretation or faction to believe in.
No. That just sounds like a shit show to me.
Anyway, going back to what I was
Not
saying
like
about
not in a bad way, but like
going back to the Xenoblade 2 DLC, is that if you get the paid DLC for the main game, it makes the whole story significantly easier, I've heard. So, if you want to just bum rush through it a lot better, a little $30 doesn't hurt.
yeah.
We're adults now. We
I
have the
mean-
money, but not the time.
I mean, all I need to get right now, I have Xenoblade Chronicles 2
Mm-hmm.
for Switch. All I need is to get the definitive edition for Switch, Xenoblade Chronicles 3,
Yeah.
and Torna the Golden Country. And at this point,
I don't think physical copies of Torna exist anymore.
no,
So
oh, damn it.
At least not
I'm gonna try.
at a reasonable price. So
I'm still gonna try because
if you
I
ask
would
me,
like to get a physical copy.
if you ask me, you are better off just getting a digital copy at this point. But 1 and 3, they have them right now, and sitting just right next to each other on the shelf at Walmart. So,
I just find it how funny how
I'd
many
snatch 'em up.
times. I just find it how funny how many times Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has been ported at this point.
yeah,
Because Xenoblade Chronicles 1 never came to America originally,
officially.
And it was like. And it was like one of the 3 games made by Monolith Soft that people were wanting to get a hold of. And the 3 games were Xenoblade Chronicles, Pandora's Tower, which I actually bought on the Wii U Virtual Console a long time ago, and The Last Story. And they were all brought over at like some point. But yeah, it's like Xenoblade Chronicles 1. It was hard to get, never brought over to America. Now
Until they got the new 3DS port.
The new 3DS port, and then we get a definitive edition.
The definitive for the Switch, which I'm just amazed that the new 3DS port existed. How it could cram all that onto a cartridge.
Yeah. And it's also just kind of funny on how quickly Xenoblade Chronicles blew up. Like, people barely knew about it, especially with Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And then at some point, it just got really popular out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then it's like, alright, here's a whole bunch. And, like, Xenoblade Chronicles fans are eating very well. And they've been eating very well for the past couple of years.
Quite so. I am fine dining and whining. W-I-N-I-N-G, not W-H. Look alive? Well, yeah, I can't look dead.
Oh, God.
Oh! He's got just pulverized. You just atomized. Gone. Reduced to atoms.
Reduced to atoms.
Yeah, so you can find Xenoblade Definitive and Xenoblade at the store or Walmart, just sitting right next to each other, and yeah, honestly, snatch them up. I'd say they are worth it.
I'm definitely gonna probably grab all of them, and at this point, I'm just gonna play 1, then immediately start playing 2, then immediately start playing 3. I might regret that, but at this point, it's like just play all the games there.
Honestly, I think.
Though, how long does it take to get through each one?
Just the main story stuff, like 100 hours each game.
Really?
Just like the main story. I'm not counting side quests or the unique
not
monsters.
Not counting side quests. All right, add everything.
Oh, okay, if you wanted to get like the full experience,
I'm not gonna do 100% completion of it.
Yeah,
okay. I'll get very far into it.
I'd say to get like a reasonable experience playing at a moderate pace, playing main story, a couple of side quests, and other unique monsters, then probably 200 each game, playing at a moderate pace. To which I'd say, this is the business part of me. Stonks, Xeno stonks. I will wait 5 years for you to play all 3 games. It'll be worth it.
Again,
But I will warn you. Complete the trilogy, and you will not be the same person after.
Like, emotionally, or just the fact that it's like we now kind of finished off the trilogy?
Just everything. Legit, I do think the entire Xenoblade trilogy just changed my life. I've unlocked a completely different timeline, and I do think I'm a better person for playing the whole thing. The non-Xenoblade timeline probably went through a lot rougher patches in life and wasn't able to handle it, but I'm being emotional while cracking my thumbs. This is not good.
I mean, you're cracking your thumbs is peaking the mic.
Yeah, holy shit, my bones are loud. But yeah, playing through the whole trilogy kind of worked as a weird therapy and coping mechanism to kind of get through my life a little bit better, whilst also making me a better person. So I'd say, yeah, definitely worth it.
Though I was thinking about this as well, and I guess we'll end the episode soon.
Okay, one more
But
little.
one thing that I was thinking to myself, since Nintendo is also they ended the eShops. Yeah, we knew that was happening, and that was gonna be happening in a long time. But I started to think, there's been rumors about Nintendo making a Switch 2, and the Switch 2 might be coming out next year.
Next year holiday.
Potentially.
That's the theory of the leak. Yeah.
Yeah, but thinking about it, if they're releasing if there's rumors of that, it kind of would make sense that they. I don't like it, but it kind of makes sense that well, them closing the online stuff for the 3DS and Wii U. Them doing that kind of adds the
Some amount of credibility to
the idea
move
that,
on to new projects, which I do think they are trying to future-proof it a lot better nowadays.
Yeah.
Because for like the 3DS and Wii Shop ecosystem, I don't think there were plans to fully bring that up to be compatible with more modern games, but
Well, with Wii U, they've been doing that with the Switch. 3DS is much harder.
yeah, understandably. But I think going forward, there are going to be a lot, hopefully more backwards compatible, or at least they're thinking way more long term about what they want to do with all their games and just having it actually available. Or at least that's what I think.
I don't know. They're still. It's still a bunch of old men running Nintendo, and they're going to be wanting people to play their new games specifically and forget about the old stuff.
I mean, I think no. Eventually, the Switch is going to be outdated and will be discontinued years down. But
And it's still crazy to think that it's been 6 years since the Switch came out.
what I'm thinking is like if like the 3DS and Wii U games had like what a 10-year expiration date of okay, we're cutting off all support. I think the Switch would hopefully have like 15 years before they're like, okay, we can't support this anymore. We have to cut it off now.
Oh yeah.
Or at least that's what I'm thinking.
I mean, Nintendo. I think Nintendo's will continue to forever go with the portable home console model at this point.
I mean, when it
It's
works
like-
this ludicrously well,
Yeah,
it is very tempting to not do that again.
and they can't go back to just being a home console. Like that would just hurt. That would just outright hurt them completely, because that whole portability thing is the main selling point of the Switch.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
gonna
point.
hurt just as much as Adobe right now because it just crashed on you all of a sudden. What the
Oh,
fuck?
don't worry about it. It's just that happens all the time.
Is it even open?
No,
How does this thing crash when it's not even open?
well, I don't even think it crashed. I don't even know what that means.
Well, that's Adobe for you.
Yeah,
That's
Adobe
that's
just
a
sucks.
program that's not going to last 10 years. But hey, if you liked what you heard this conversation and all that, Nintendo, Xenoblade, Nintendo, fuck Adobe, leave a like, comment down what game's going to make you most sad now that it's losing support for the 3DS and the Wii U.
Kid Icarus Uprising. Which apparently I also learned that it has online.
It did?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I want to know because I never played a Kid Icarus. Okay, well, goodbye, everyone.